Can we just pause for
Someone
1 second?
PETA.
And focus on the pig. You never mentioned this to me.
It was a big hit on Sundays. The Gillette Fair.
I thought I came from a small town. That is some hillbilly stuff.
No,
right there.
okay, the best part of the night. So I had kissed a boy before, but other than that, like, nothing saucy, whatever. Mm-hmm. So Sam, like, later that night, we're leaving, we were all muddy, from the pig wrestling.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I was walking with my friend, Kennedy, and he comes up behind me, and all of a sudden, someone just smacks my ass. and I was like, oh my God, I'm being attacked.
Scandalous.
And I turned around, and it was him. It was Sam Burt. And I was like,
hello?
What is going on?
Shut up.
Little 8th grade me was shook.
Yeah, I'm not the pig.
Yeah, no, I was like, how dare you? So then for some reason, I thought that gave me the, right. We took a picture together that night, and I posted on his main Instagram.
Oh.
His?
Yes, I posted it, and we're all muddy in our clothes, and I just straight posted this picture. Had never really talked to him before this night.
Yeah.
It said, my love, heart emoji, #muddy. That was my move in 8th grade.
That's
And
bold.
is he seeing you post this?
It was on his account.
Yeah, he's like,
Yes, but
letting
he
you,
knows
watching.
you have his phone and you just
I
complied.
think he was so mesmerized by the booty grab, and he's like, do whatever you want, sweetheart.
That is so funny.
Yeah. And then we didn't really
Did you
say
stir the
much.
pot after that Instagram post?
I don't know. We didn't talk, this is mid-August. So, whatever. And then freshman year started. And, literally the first day, this kid's in advanced math. I know, you never think it. Love you, Samper. But,
Damn.
But call him out.
And I wasn't. So he literally proceeded to, brag to me about being in math the first day of freshman year.
Yeah, geometry's really hard.
Yeah. And then he was like, oh, what was your... And he was Snapchatting me shirtless. I remember that because I was like, this man is something else. What it... And he's snapping me, and he's, what's our history homework? And then somehow things got a little saucier. And then that Friday, he comes up to my locker and asks me out. And the minute I said yes, he's like, okay, my ride's here, so I gotta go.
My chariot awaits.
Holy shit.
No, it was insane. But no, what also started is, our freshman year assembly, I was sitting near the aisle row, and there was a spot next to me, and he was walking down. And I was like, well, I remember you from this summer. I did just post on your main that you loved me.
Right, I remember that.
So I said, oh, Sam, sit here. And I remember I was kind of, purposely turning around, oh, Sam, leaning on him,
Making your move.
So I think that also...
I see.
So you laid the moves on thick, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but I was also 14 at the time. This was
Your
6
seductive
years
powers
ago.
were questionable.
Yeah,
at
I'm
best.
But
who is Steph? Do we really know
Do I
this
really
woman?
know her? After hearing the pig story, I'm really rethinking our friendship.
We grew up so separate. That would never fly down by me. Pig wrestling? We probably have protesters being like, this is an animal's rights issue.
$8 admission to see me wrestle.
Shut up. Where's all this money going?
I would pay that now easily to see you wrestle.
Okay,
a pig.
true.
We should redo it.
I want to wrestle a pig.
you think-
Holy shit.
Come up north.
We could get that arranged.
My mom was in a demolition derby the night before.
Your family, I tell ya. Waupun, Wisconsin is, on the rural side, but O'Connell Falls really takes the cake.
So, yeah.
This is also, why do I feel like I'm going to meet the cowboy, love of my life in O'Connell
You
Falls?
might.
Yeah, that story though, that's real.
That's something... I cannot wait for the wedding.
Yeah.
That story at the
I
wedding.
hope there's pigs at the wedding.
Yeah.
That will be the entertainment. If it's an
And
outside
now
wedding.
we shall wrestle the pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I hope our dress, the bridesmaids' dresses are a light pink in honor
Oh,
of
in
the
honor of
pigs.
the pigs.
Yeah.
And maybe a spice of red in there for the bloody nose.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Themed.
That's how we met.
So, more of, like, a real question. So, how do you think your love life has changed since college? Like...
Oh, boy.
Cammy Poo's got this one. I'll take a...
That is a very good question. Really calling me out here. So, I have, honestly, just about as much experience as Steph in the dating department. So, I am a junior in college now, and I've never really done the college dating thing. Because when I was a freshman, I started dating someone long distance, and we were long distance until relatively recently. And so I was with that person for a long time, and it was someone I'd known in high school. So I've never really done the college dating thing. I almost feel like I've just been stuck in high school, kind of. But now that I'm single and, like, opening my eyes to the dating world, it's kind of fucking scary, if I'm being really real here. It's very scary. I've been watching a few friends get booed up. I've been watching a few friends fall out of relationships. And to me, it's kind of just like, I don't even want to get involved. Like, I don't even want to put myself out there because I'm scared. But that's also, like, I'm still, new to this. So not a lot of experience under my belt. But I really think that, like, dating in college is kind of overhyped. Like, people make it seem like you need to find your soulmate in college. And it's such, like, a classic, like, oh, we met in college and we fell in love story. And, like, I think the reality is that doesn't happen as much as, like, it's played out to happen, and that you might not find your person in college, but that's okay. Like, if I don't meet my Prince Charming on 3rd Street, I will survive. It'll be okay.
Well,
like,
exactly. And, like, honestly, like, right now, I'm like, why not go on a date? Why not? Like, this is easier said than done, but, like, why not, like, talk to that guy at the bar? Because everything is, like, practice, and, like, I don't know, my mom's always told me, like, you need to, like, talk to, like, 100 no's before you even get, like, one yes, and then if that yes breaks your heart, well, then you have, like, it's all practice for the person you're supposed to be with. Like, that's how you identify that. So, like, essentially you don't marry someone that's going to, like, you're going to end up getting divorced down the road. Like, you want to realize, like, oh, yep, that's a red flag. Like, don't like that in someone. Like, that's something I can't compromise on. Like, so, like, I guess for me, like, college is, like, dating, like, is just such a weird saying, because, like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean, like, your boyfriend, girlfriend? Does that mean, like, you're going on dates? Like, it's just for everybody, it means something different. And, like, to me, I'm like, well, you might as well do all of it, because, I mean, I don't know if I could ever have a boyfriend in this age, but we'll see. Maybe one day someone will just sweep me up.
I know.
Sweep you
But,
up
for right now, like, I just feel like, why not go on a date and, like, experience things? And, like, honestly, whenever I've gone on bad dates, it's so freaking awkward, but I come home and I'm like, you will not believe what happened.
The
like,
best stories come
it's
from
such
that.
a good story. And, like, I mean, the odds you run into them again, this world is so big. Like, I mean, I guess lacrosse is a little tiny. You'll probably see them at the bars, but whatever.
Yeah. Right, definitely. I'm still learning to do that. I don't know, I'm
It's a
slowly
fresh wound.
dipping my feet
exactly.
into the water of the pool.
So you think, like, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge maybe are around the corner
okay.
for you?
Told you.
Oh my, so Ethan here, this is how I feel kind of about dating apps. And, I nothing against people that use them, but Ethan said this perfectly to me. He said, push yourself on the clearance rack and join Tinder with the rest of us. And I said, that is exactly why I will not be creating a Tinder account.
Oh, God. Like, that's kind of how it feels. Like, I recently just re-downloaded Tinder after not being on it for a couple months. And honestly, I'm like, there's barely anyone attractive. And the conversation is not it. Like, you're not that attractive. I don't know anything about you. I'm probably never going to meet you. Like, it's just constantly, I'm like, I just want someone that I'd actually be interested in.
Yeah, I briefly downloaded Tinder within, like, about a year ago. I briefly downloaded Tinder, and you know, people would message me and I would never reply just because it felt scary. And then there was this one guy that I did actually, like, respond to because he had, like, some sort of clever opening that I was like, you know, that's actually worth a response. And I responded, and then I immediately panicked and completely deleted my account. So that's my experience with dating
really
apps.
casual. I see, like...
Yeah.
Really
so that's
fresh.
my experience with dating apps. So I don't know. I just think I'm more of like a in-person interaction. I'm not big on like the phone interaction, you know.
Oh, I totally agree. It's just, one, it being in a fucking COVID, it's really hard to, like, actually, one, find out if someone's even attractive. Two, like, actually, like, meet with people. Because I'm like, I don't know, like, are they comfortable meeting? Like, all that. Like, I mean, I think most people our age are kind of, like, comfortable meeting. But, like...
You never know.
I don't know what their circumstances are. And just, like... Also, how the hell do you meet people at our age? Like,
No kidding.
Not at the bars. Everybody's blacked out. Like, I talked about this with Bowen. Like, we talked about this extensively. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, sit at a coffee shop, just wait?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
a
Just
creeper?
sit
Like,
there looking pretty.
I'm gonna start dropping business cards. Like, just looking for a date.
Serious
Nothing's
inquiries.
too serious.
Reach out
Like,
to me on LinkedIn.
literally, I'm about to say, like, professional inquiries only.
Yeah.
So, the next question that I have is, what would you guys say each other's, and throw me in the mix,
Okay.
catchphrases are? Because
Oh.
I got one for you, Steph. But
Oh, yeah.
So Stephanie's, I might steal your thunder on
go
this
ahead,
one.
go ahead.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah,
It's Stephanie's.
Steph just walks in the door and she just squares up with one person and says, I got a bone to pick with you. And you don't know what the hell she's talking about, but you're in the hot seat.
Yeah, a lot of the time it's not even anything.
Oh.
You're just saying it to say it.
Oh, yeah.
9 times out of 10.
You're stirring the pot.
I just like to cause that little bit, because I think in the back of their heads, it actually, like, for a second, they're like, what did I do? And I like that
She
fear.
thrives
of
Oh, and I
fear.
used to get nervous. Like, what did I do? And then I'm like, I didn't do shit.
Yeah,
So,
see? And then I see that, like, pause when I say it. Now it's like, it's overplayed. But I was like, you know, maybe you did do something.
You're
like,
never gonna know.
Ray was about to square up in bingo because I wouldn't stop saying, he's like, what bone? And I was like,
yeah, he don't let much go though. I'll tell you that much. You really gotta know the truth and the whole truth with him.
nothing but the truth.
You can't have any Swiss cheeses in your stories.
No.
Okay, now I have to think of your guys's.
Do I say anything excessively?
Oh, you say so many things. It's
I
hard
have
to
like
keep
a lot
track.
of old grandpa things that I
Yeah.
say a lot.
A lot of the time it's said with like an accent too, which is
yes.
really my favorite part.
I gotta stop because a couple people ask me like, "Oh, where are you from?" And like, first of all, like it gives me such a big head that it's accurate enough for people to think that I'm actually from there. Second of all, just why can't I speak normally? Like I feel like sometimes my delivery of things, like I don't want it to be mean, so therefore I'm like, oh, if I say it in an accent, no one will find it
That's
mean.
the way.
Like.
How would you classify it? Like a Jersey Shores thing?
I honestly,
like a
so I thought it was like
Yeah.
a Jersey Boston accent.
You flip a switch and it like clicks something in your throat, and then you're from Jersey for the past 10 years.
And honestly, I don't know if it's because, like, I've watched Jersey Shore a lot in my life. I don't know if it's because, like, that's just kind of a nice and easy accent. Like, the Jersey / Italian mother, like, it's just kind of the role that I want to, like, presume. Like, I could so do that. Like, then you could just yell at your kids. Like, I mean, not yell. I'm not... Sorry, Italian mothers, but like, you know, when they're like stereotyped, Italian mothers are like in the kitchen yelling the pasta, you know.
The pasta.
Right.
No, when we all gathered in May, it like is ingrained in my memory. It was the I'm glad you brought it up.
Oh.
But we all said it
Oh my
every sentence.
I'm glad you brought it up because I've been dying to talk about it. We would say that to each other and it was just so funny.
Yeah.
And then eventually you were like, okay,
Okay.
No.
let's stop.
I feel like which I think picked up from you, again, have been saying if you will a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Or the something don't add up.
yes!
Carry the seven.
It's
always
this don't add up.
Always
Like,
a 7.
Jesus. I don't think I've ever heard you say that one.
me and Steph, have the same vocabulary. It's not even funny. She comes up with these, like, crackhead sayings, and then they just find their way into my vocabulary.
No, I was telling Tanner I really gotta start copywriting my shit, because all of a sudden I'll be saying something and I hear someone else, I'm like, in our friend group, I'm like, hey, funny, that came out of my mouth a couple days ago. I'm like, I need to copyright my shit. Or the other thing that drives me up the absolute wall when this happens to me is